Wish every one of y'all females fought for women's rights. The right to work. Fuck you. Fuck this heat. Fuck all of it. Trying to be at home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, and the air conditioning, waiting on my man to get home. But no, I got all these rights. Got the right to go to work. So I'm gonna take my ass to work.
This is bullshit.
What is it?
This is bullshit.
So, I'm about this close to selling pictures of my butthole.
I dared my coworker to twerk, and she almost got caught.
Oh.
It's Valentine's Day. Ooh, mind your business. So if you've been in my inbox in January with all that, what you doing, Niecy, you so beautiful, the things I would do to you, all that kind of shit. You know what? Never mind. We gonna fuck it. We gonna backdate it like the light bill to 2021. If you've been in my inbox in 2021, I'm gonna need that Valentine's Day cash out. We gonna see how much you really love me. Talking all that shit. Now drop it, daddy. Send the motherfucking funds. And that's on period, bitch.
Well, let's bring him out. Here's Eric Cartman.
Whatever.
Listen, it's a good joke. It's a great joke even. But I need you to stop anyway.
President Biden is extending the pause on federal student loan repayment.
Okay, so I feel like this is just confirming my theory. So they basically just gonna keep pushing these back until after the midterm election so that they can say, oh, well, look at what the Democrats did. The Democrats didn't make you pay student loans. I bet you. And after that, I would be shocked if they cancel student loan debt. I'd be shocked. Once they get your vote, this is just my theory. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Democrats, don't come for me. This is just what I think.
When you're at work, do you ever wonder if today's going to be the day that you accidentally scream "shut the fuck up" out loud instead of in your head?
Hey y'all, it's me. It's Saturday, 6 o'clock. My face is puffy because I'm tired as hell. What the hell is wrong with me? Why do I keep working so much? Why did I have to have morals? And no rhythm. I can't be a stripper. I have no rhythm. And I'm shy. I can't have an OnlyFans. I need a sugar daddy. At this point, I'm fucking tired, y'all. I'm tired. Starbucks is the only thing keeping me alive. Help me with my...
Today at work, someone was like, hey, those are pretty big earrings for work. And I was like, you know what they say, the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe, like just joking around. And then I got a call from HR saying that I offended her. And I said, I don't know how, because in the joke, I am the hoe. So how was that, you know, anything bad? And they were like, well, there's something about her you don't know. Her mom is actually a hoe. And so you hurt her feelings. So I had to apologize. And you know what? I learned a big lesson today. Words hurt.
Whoever fought for women to get jobs, why?
You had 2 tests?
I did that!
You got a 53 and a 60. You can cheat. It's online.
I did cheat!
And you still got a 53 and a...
Oh my god.
You guys, I'm literally one bad day away from starting some fucking spicy ass content. That way, within like a month, I could just run the fuck away with my family and just be like, bye, Felicia, we don't live here no more. I don't know who the fuck that is. But like, on a real note, I'm sincerely considering making the fucking spicy ass content just so I can have fuck around and find out money. Because like, that is literally the oldest profession in the world. I don't understand why people have such a fucking issue with it. Like, we've had those things forever. We just now how to fucking monetize it on a vast grand fucking scale. And I don't understand why people get so fucking upset about it. I really don't. But for real though, like, one super bad day away from being like, here it is, bitches. Because for realsies, this working 6 days a week shit just that's not working out for me. So I literally might be doing that. It might really become a fucking thing, yo, because I've about had it with the 6-day shit.
White chicks acting black is spreading faster than STDs among streetwalkers. What's up with that? It used to be in the 2000s that suburban rich kids, raised by deadbeat single moms or feminists, would act and dress like gangbangers until real gangsters ran up on them and then they'd cry for their mummies. Now, it's a lot of females on social media acting like rappers. To answer her question, sure, being a professional bedwench has been around forever, but for the past thousands of years it was looked down on because society treated 304s properly. It's only today, during the fall of society, that it's now accepted by the gynocentric culture. This is why shaming was so important back then, because becoming an e-hooker destroys lives. But now, it's the answer to all the modern woman's problems. The kids of these performers are deleting themselves because they're being bullied in school. These so-called women who think they're equal to men who run this world, as Beyoncé claims, don't want to invent something, learn to code, do a trade, or do actual work. No, they want to open their legs. But don't judge them, gents.
I want to sit here and tell you, like, don't depend on a man. I really, really do. Because I don't. I damn near want to sometimes. I mean, you know, if we made enough money, like if we were rich and I didn't have to work to contribute to our household, could just like do things for fun, I'd do it.
She's like most modern women who don't need a man until the bills pile up, something needs fixing, or a robber breaks in. Now she's at least a decade, if not two, too late and suddenly wants to settle down, but only with a rich guy so she can retire early and have fun. You hear that, guys? The same woman who rejected you in her prime now wants you, but only if you're rich enough to give her a fun life. As Kevin Samuels used to say, you can't make this stuff up.
You're probably sitting there wondering, Jess, you look beautiful. No, I'm joking. Probably wondering, why are you up so early? It's 8:30 in the morning. Well, I'm in fact actually going to I'm going to I'm going to work. I'm going to work.
Work is another word for accountability. She's like the lawyer in Liar Leo who suddenly can't lie, and when she tries, her body refuses to follow. Accountability is the modern woman's kryptonite, and admitting they're the problem. Not everyone else gets the same resistance.
So I do this thing where I quit every single job that I ever have over the most minor of inconveniences. So I'm going to tell you every single job I quit and why. I got so tired of working at Amazon because everyone watches you all the time. And I just got so tired of it. So I started doing this thing where I would clock in and then I would sit in the break room for 10 hours every single day. I did this for like a month until I got caught. And then they wanted me to explain myself, so I just quit. So I used to work at a pizzeria, not this one, but you'd be surprised how many customers are so rude over pizza. At one point, I literally got so mad that I cursed at a customer, and then I immediately realized what I did, and I was like, well, there is absolutely no coming back from this. So instead of arguing with them, I literally just hung up the phone. I looked in the back, and I was like, I need to go outside for a minute, and then I just kept walking home. I never came back. So I used to work at Don Pablo's, rest in peace, but this job was literally so freaking boring. I picked up smoking just so I could go outside and have like a million smoke breaks so I wouldn't have to do my job. It was literally that boring. And the one day I went to go smoke and then I came back to the front and all the girls were like, hey, like the boss is looking for you. And I was like, well, why? And they were like, well, I think they want you to stay later because the other like people like left. So like they wanted you to stay later. And I was like, So I clocked out. I texted my friend immediately. I was like, meet me outside right now. I picked up my things and I left and I never came back.
And you wonder why the gynocentric dictatorship has to make laws requiring companies to hire women. Feminists want the freedom of being independent with other people's money. Work is supposed to suck, that's why it's called work, not fun time. That's why people were paying her, or I should say did pay her, to work, because she's too entitled to do simple jobs. I'm willing to bet people were rude to her at the pizza place, because she has an attitude problem. And I hate to break the news to her, but she's not good looking enough to be this lazy or entitled. She hasn't even hit the wall, and she already looks aged out in her mid-20s.
I can literally see why so many people want to give up.
Just imagine working all month long. You get up to all of your rent on this fucking app. I got all of my rent money on this fucking app. $1,500 worth of rent money. Just for TikTok to only give me $500. They only pay the beta program out every fucking 30 days, excuse me. Now I gotta wait a whole nother fucking month just to get, what, maybe 500? They never did this before. They never done this before. They have, in the past, given me my entire balance. But today, for some reason, they only wanted to give me $500 fucking dollars.
News flash to the post-wars being a TikToker isn't real work, it's a hobby. It's your fault for putting your hopes, dreams, or rent money into becoming an influencer. According to the caption, the post-war quit her real job to become a TikToker. That's what happens when you let ex-felons hit it and quit it raw dog, calling respectable men with respectable careers square and claiming they have no game while letting Pookie and Ray Ray nut in you. Congratulations, you played yourself strong, independent, and don't need no man until it's time for the bills. I'm pretty sure in the original video she's asking for donations or made it to imply she needs donations to get bailed out.
I got my master's degree in nursing education in August, and this is why, if I went back in time, I would not do it again. So let me give you some background information. 2 years ago, I was a single girl, living by myself for the first time, with my own nurse salary. I was supporting myself, you know, and I thought, damn, adulting is hard. Like, I'm gonna need to do something else a little more, because I was really like burnt out from working in the ER, and it's just not easy to survive, especially in a big city like Miami. Like, everything was so expensive. So I had this like economic pressure, and then I had my family pressure, because especially immigrant families, I came to the US when I was 3 years old. They came to give me a better life, opportunities, safety. And yes, they have done that. And I totally appreciate both my parents for everything that they had to go through to get me to this position. But like, a lot of immigrant families have this mentality that more degrees, more education equals more success financially, career-wise, and a better quality of life. And honestly, that's just not true at all. In some cases it is, but that's not really due to somebody's master's degree or PhD or whatever. It's due to their qualities of networking or whatever other reason, right? So I just had like this pressure to make my parents proud, because, you know, everybody's getting a master's now, so you might as well do it too, you know? But, and I like teaching, I could do it. I was just thinking, like, I can't do bedside forever, and I can't do this, like, so much interaction forever. It's too much for me. I don't love it like I thought I would. So I really did enjoy kind of precepting and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, let's do education. I can do education. And yeah, I could do education, but like, is that my dream job? No, like, I just want to be a stay-at-home mom / MILF, right? I just want to cook, clean, do groceries, go to Pilates, brunch, take the kids to their sports. Like, that's what I want to do for a living. That's the best job ever. Of course, that's not always secured, but I didn't do this with the right intentions. I was not passionate about this, and I feel like that's the only reason that somebody should pursue this type of degree, especially when it comes to like patient care. Of course, I consider nurse practitioner, but all that patient one-on-one contact was a no for me. So it was like, education it is, right? Either way, I only did it just because survival mode and kind of like that pressure from society and family in general. But you don't need to get that master's, girl. Like, is it gonna make a difference in your paycheck? I work as an interventional radiology nurse, like a regular staff nurse, and when I got my master's, I got a 50-cent raise. But whatever, I like my job now, it's chilling. But the point is, like, you don't need to do all this. Like, even with a master's, you're not gonna get paid that much when it comes to the world of nursing. Like, there's only so much you can get, right?
So not only did I do all of these research papers and all of this work for 2 years for something that I don't really care about that much, I also just gained $30,000 of debt plus interest. Because fortunately, my dad was able to pay for my bachelor's degree. My family sacrificed a lot in order to keep me debt-free for my bachelor's, right? Well, here I am in the cycle, in debt, for no reason, regrettably. So if I went back 2 years ago, I would not have done this again. So just don't get your master's in nursing or in general unless you really want to, unless you're really passionate about it. Don't do it because you feel like you kind of have to. That's what everybody's doing. No.
It's sad that her family wasted money on her college education when, if she were traditional, they could have used that money to help her and her husband buy a house. Instead, she chose to be a feminist and pursue the so-called power couple dynamic. This so-called power couple only works with the rich and famous.